Ever stumble upon an old, unlabeled VHS tape in a thrift store? You know the kind, sitting in a dusty bin, forgotten by time. You might think it's just a home movie, maybe a wedding or a kid's birthday party. But what if it was something else entirely? What if pressing play was the biggest mistake you could ever make? This is the story of a recording so terrifying, it was simply dubbed the lost footage. Our story begins in the most ordinary of places. A small, cluttered secondhand shop, tucked away among discarded electronics and forgotten treasures, was a single, black VHS tape. No label, no case. Just the silent promise of a forgotten memory. The person who found it, intrigued by the mystery, took it home. They had no idea they were about to unleash a nightmare. Everyone who has claimed to see the tape describes the same chilling sequence. The screen flickers to life, revealing amateur footage of a dense, dark forest. The trees are tall and unforgiving, blocking out most of the daylight. There's no introduction, no context, just the unnerving quiet of the woods. It feels raw, real, and deeply unsettling, as if you're watching something you were never meant to see. Almost immediately, you notice the camera is unsteady. It's not just a slight tremor, it's a violent, chaotic shaking. It's the kind of movement made by someone running for their life, stumbling over roots and rocks, their heart pounding in their chest. The camera becomes an extension of their panic, and as you watch, their fear becomes your own. You can almost feel the cold air on your skin and the burn in your lungs. But it's the sound that truly burrows into your mind. Layered over the panicked, ragged breathing of the person holding the camera is another sound. A sound that doesn't belong. It's the heavy, rhythmic thud of footsteps. They're too deliberate, too powerful to be an echo. They're the footsteps of a pursuer, methodically tracking its prey through the dense undergrowth. And they are getting closer. As the frantic escape continues, your eyes start to play tricks on you, or do they? In the periphery, between the dark silhouettes of the trees, a shape begins to form. It's a shadowy figure, impossibly tall and slender, moving with an unnatural grace. It doesn't run. It glides, effortlessly, keeping pace with the terrified cameraman. It remains at a distance, a constant, menacing presence just at the edge of clear sight, always watching. The chase feels like an eternity. The cameraman grows more exhausted, their breathing turning into desperate sobs. The footsteps behind them grow louder, closer, more immediate. The shadowy figure seems to be toying with them, drawing out the terror. Then, without warning, the cameraman trips. The camera tumbles, catching a horrifying, fleeting glimpse of the shadow lunging forward. The recording is shattered by a single, blood-curdling scream that cuts off abruptly, and then, silence. The screen goes black. T-tape ends. For those who watched it, turning off the TV brought no relief. The horror didn't stay on the screen. That very night, a new nightmare began. They started to dream. Not just any dreams, but vivid, hyper-realistic dreams of being in that same godforsaken forest. They could feel the damp earth beneath their feet and smell the decay of fallen leaves. The dread was suffocating, a familiar terror from the footage they'd witnessed. In these recurring nightmares, the dream always unfolds the same way. They find themselves alone in the woods, and at their feet lies a camera, compelled by a force they can't understand. They pick it up. As soon as their fingers touch the cold plastic, they hear it. The sound that haunted them from the tape. The heavy, deliberate thud of footsteps approaching from just behind them. They never see what's there. They just know it's coming for them. They always wake up right before it reaches them, drenched in a cold sweat. The days following the viewing were marked by a creeping paranoia. The line between dream and reality began to blur. Every shadow seemed to stretch a little too long. Every sound in the quiet of their homes felt like an approaching footstep. They became withdrawn, isolated, haunted by the images on the tape and the nightmares that followed. Then, one by one, they started to disappear. No struggle, no witnesses, no trace. They simply vanished from their lives, as if they were never there at all. Their homes were left undisturbed, except for one small detail: an empty VHS player. After the last known viewer vanished, The infamous tape also disappeared. Extensive searches by collectors of strange phenomena and amateur sleuths have turned up nothing. It's as if the physical tape was erased from existence, along with the people who watched it. For years, the story of the lost footage became just that, a story. A modern urban legend whispered on internet forums. But the legend has a terrifying postscript. They say the tape itself may be gone, but its curse is not. The footage, it seems, has found a new home. People have reported stumbling across it online, always at the same time. The stroke of midnight. It appears without warning on obscure streaming sites or as an unlisted video, only to vanish again by morning. A new generation of viewers, unaware of the legend, press play out of curiosity. And for them, the nightmare begins anew. The question is, if you saw it pop up on your feed late one night, would you be able to resist clicking, or would you become the next chapter in the story of the lost footage? Thanks for joining me down this dark rabbit hole. If you enjoy diving into mysteries that will keep you up at night, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You never know what we'll uncover next. Stay safe, and check your video feed carefully.